G'day and welcome back to the channel. I have halved the game audio and doubled my audio, and I also swapped Pikachu for another Mega Raichu, so we are running a 3 Mega team, which should be a bit of fun. We are still rocking our Kanto starters. They're doing quite well. I'm happy to continue to see how far they can go. And the exact reason I put Raichu in this team is so that we have better coverage in this scenario where we always seem to be running Garchomp. Garchomp's an actual solid contributor. And we've got Venusaur for the Focus Sash. So I think in this scenario they locked in pretty quick, so I'm expecting a Pelipper lead, which should give our Raichu some good meaty turn 1 Zap Cannon targets, assuming I put the right Mega Stone on it. So yeah, we see Pelipper, that's all good. So we will turn 1 Zap Cannon. We are faster than Pelipper. They could just hard switch out, and they do. That's annoying. But it is only to Archeludon, so that works hugely in our favour. If they just Swampert, then we would be in a lot of trouble. So maybe they thought that's what we thought that they thought that we were going to do, and they've read way too far into it. But yeah, Zap Cannon does over half and paralyzes, so that's going to trip them up. Now the question is whether they stay in again or they finally swap to their no, they stay in. They could swap to Swampert at any point here, but are just choosing not to for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why, because now they've lost Archeludon and Raichu is just soloing their team. Here comes the Swampert. Now, I don't know if we don't outspeed, obviously, in the rain. We don't know yet if it's a damp rock. We need the Pikachu for the Pelipper later. We no longer need Garchomp, really. So let us sacrifice the Garchompion. I'm expecting them to Mega Evolve Swampert in the rain. It gets Swift Swim, so it'll be double speed. And they'd Wave Crash or Earthquake. Okay, so they've got Earthquake. Does a bit of damage to us. I don't obviously want to swap straight into Venusaur right now, so it will take damage. So what we'll do, we will just Dragon Claw. We'll get outsped, double Earthquake, that's fine. What will happen now is we can swap to Venusaur for free. And hopefully they don't realise this is our plan all along. Because yeah, we just Energy Ball. They Ice Punch, we're Focus Sashed. That doesn't even KO. We Energy... Oh, but they get the freeze. There is a 10% chance of that happening, and they managed to get it. And it was Damp Rock. So they've got 3 turns. That is absolutely gutting. I don't know. If we stay in, we lose. If we swap, we lose. We are in a lose-lose, McLose-lose because of the 1 freeze. So we could theoretically just call it there. But we'll swap to our Raichu. They Ice Punch us again. We could swap again. How many turns we need? 2. So 1, 2. We don't have enough. Unless we're gonna, because they just go back to being Earthquakey, so we'll call it at that. Well done, you Ice Punched us and you froze us. We had that game in the bag, until we got frozen. So those are the dice, and we lost. So it's a shame, it's unfortunate, but there are many other battles to win. And we started at the bottom of rank 2. We were having such a good climb, and then we got frozen. But it is what it is. We will continue and carry on. We are against Trainer. Very generic. So yeah, let me know how the audio is on this one. See if it's slowly improving, getting better. That's the plan. Doesn't always work out like that. Now in this scenario, we typically see Hippowdon come out first. We're mindful of the Meowscarada. So I think we try and set up a Shell Smash. If we set up Shell Smash, we're absolutely winning. Hopefully our Charizard scares their Meowscarada away. If we can get our Shell Smash up, we obviously bring Garchomp. It becomes then a question of who else do we bring, and I think the other option is going to have to be Venusaur, because Raichu's going to get, not overly effective here. Charizard is our answer to the Meowscarada. Alright, yeah, a bit of a tough matchup here. I mean, we're at a huge advantage if they lead to Hippowdon. So fingers crossed, but it's unlikely. Pokemaniac. What are they deciding to do? Okay, so they lead Delphox. That's actually not bad. I mean, they can Psychic and Fire us, they can also Calm Mind, but we're just going to Mega Evolve and Shell Smash. I don't think they can KO us. Although, they have the potential to. They are faster than us for one turn. So, yeah, the question is, can they do enough to us turn 1? And maybe that's the argument for, maybe reducing some of Blastoise's attack. Well, they have Grass Knot, but we do live. Alright, so that's GG for Delphox then. Because I don't think Delphox has access to any priority moves. So we lose defense and special defense, but we are now primed and ready to sweep. And yeah, I think we're just going to start with a Water Pulse. Thank you very much. Ooh. Yeah, +2, stab, pulse cannon. That's a lot in that. So what's their answer for a Shell Smashed Blastoise? Do they have one? They're going to have Garchomp here, aren't they? Okay, let's hit Hippowdon. Hippowdon will set the sand and give them a special defense boost. But we know Water Pulse KOs here as well. I believe we've done that in a previous episode. But they're just going to protect, stall out a turn, try and get some sand chip on us. Unfortunately, it does put us in the red. So maybe they've got something with priority in the back to take us out from this. But yeah, a +2 Mega Blastoise is big damage, even in the sand. Gone. That was not even a crit. That was just annihilation. We take a bit more sand. Sand's their win condition at the moment. They do have Garchomp. It could be Choice Scarfed. This could be how they win this match. Is it Choice Scarfed? No. No, it's not. Could be Focus Sash, but it's not either that either. So yeah, we were just able to set up a Shell Smash then, and Blastoise Sweep. That's what Blastoise does. I am quite surprised at how effective this is. I guess there's not too many answers for the old Shell Smash Blastoise in the Ultra Ball rank. So yeah, it's certainly effective if you can catch people off guard. But there was obviously a few times that we were, caught off guard or tried it and it didn't work. So it's not 100% win rate, but it's pretty good. But our next opponent is potentially very weak to our Raichu. They don't have any weather. They're likely to lead Blaziken, which is rough. So, if they're leading Blaziken, we can Shell Smash that for sure. But yeah, we're just mindful. Mimikyu's a bit scary there. We could bring Tinkerton. We just need to get rid of the Garchomp. I think if we lead with our Garchomp with Tinkerton, Raichu should be able to clean up the remaining. So let's give that a go. See, I'm expecting them to lead Blaziken here. So hopefully our Garchomp catches them out. They could also just as equally likely lead Garchomp, so again, we've got a bit of presence there. But they go for Grimmsnarl, so we're expecting light play screens, which is super annoying, but we've got Poison Jab. Try and get a poison on them. They taunt us, we were Choice Scarfed, so that was a bit of a wasted turn for them, but I guess they might have been expecting Stealth Rock, which is pretty common for Garchomps. But we're just going to get straight in there with some damage. So they're likely going to reflect now, and instead of 60, we'll do 30. There's the reflect, unless we crit and poison. These are all likely things that can happen. Neither of them happen. So yeah, now we've got to navigate reflect, and hopefully they don't light screen. They light screen. That is not good for us. I mean, we have managed to KO their Grimmsnarl without taking any damage, so that's a benefit, but for the next 7 to 8 turns they're taking half damage, so gotta keep trying to remember that they will be taking half damage. But it is Mimikyu. I might take this opportunity to bring our Mimikyu answer in, which is Tinkerton. The Tinkerton Mold Breaker ignores Disguise, which is handy. They could play rough here, but they go for Swords Dance. So some big Shadow Sneaks coming. But we've got a big Gigaton Hammer for them. Oh, they're not even going to capitalise on the Swords Dance. They're straight out. Righto. So there's the Blaziken that we thought. Yeah, that is not doing a lot of damage. They don't get speed boost this turn, they get it next turn. And this is where we bring Garchomp back in, and that pivot allowed us to then reset the Choice Scarf, so we can lock into Earthquake now. Obviously not Dragon Claw with their Mimikyu in the back, but I think Earthquake's solid. Except this, after a few speed boosts, is going to be quite difficult to navigate. It only has one boost at the moment, plus the Swords Dance, so, and their Reflector's worn off. Okay, so it wasn't Light Clay. Excellent. Alright, so yeah, we've only just got a one turn of other thing to navigate, and we are faster after a speed boost, and that's enough to KO. That might be enough for making a forfeit, actually. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, we were Choice Scarfed. They didn't scout it out. They didn't have Light Clay Grimmsnarl. All things that would have helped, but didn't. So yeah, they'll go for a Swords Dance here. I still think the correct play is Tinkerton. Could have Earthquaked twice, but they'll Swords Dance. I expect a Swords Dance again. They just try Shadow Sneak. Oh, that's no good. Because yeah, that'll do tiny damage. Oh, it's Life Orb. Righto. I did switch Tinkerton to leftovers too, by the way. We had a nice 116 health divisible, so I thought I'd pop that in there. Yeah, they've seen the Tinkerton hammer and the mold breaker, and they've decided not for me. So that'll get us back in. We navigated that quite well, I think. And then back on our 2 win streak, see if we can get to Ultra Ball rank 1. That would be the goal. But yeah, just trying to get these audio settings to actually benefit. But we'll keep fiddling, we'll keep learning, we'll keep playing. Until then, we have another opponent who is Mega Charizard or Mega Starmie. So we're gonna have to Charizard. Do we have to Charizard? Are they gonna Garchomp turn 1? Ooh, this could be a Blastoise fight actually. They could lead with Corviknight or their Garchomp, and that sets up their Starmie. But if they bring Charizard, that's fine because we've got Garchomp in the back, and then we just need something for their Starmie, and then we don't have anything for their Corviknight. Oh, that's scary. Well, maybe we just bring... no. Or... actually, that's probably a better idea. If we can... get rid of their... so how do we do this? Let's actually... if we can get rid of their Garchomp, we win. So, the plan is to get rid of their Garchomp. And maybe we can actually do that turn 1. That's the plan. So the plan is, if they lead Garchomp, we just try and sack our Blastoise doing a Dragon Pulse into it. If they start with Corviknight, then we'll Shell Smash, for sure. So they lead with Garchomp. So if we can get rid of the Garchomp, then Raichu reigns supreme. So that is the plan. I think we should be able to survive something from a Garchomp. Let's see if we can just fire back. Okay, they're Stealth Rocking. That's okay. We didn't Charizard, so they were covering for it, and they are well within their right to do it. It's not big damage. Could have been big damage if we Mega Revolved, but that's okay. They Earthquake. We should live. We do. We could survive 2 of those. We need a little bit more special attack. But it does also prove that the Dragon Pulse is useful. Because yeah, we'll do another one of these. They'll Earthquake. We should survive. We do. They didn't crit, thankfully. We didn't lose to RNG this time. Garchomp's gone now. And our Garchomp and Raichu should be able to clean up. So let's see what they decide to bring in next. Maybe Corviknight or the Aegislash or Charizard. Yeah, well in that case they're going to likely Solar Beam us. So we'll see them Mega Evolve. It is the sun. So we'll see that come out. Flame Charge. Oh, they're getting a speed boost. Very nice. Okay, we don't see that tech too often. But that's okay. That's what we've got Garchomp for. Garchomp scares away the Charizards. I mean, we do take a little bit of the Stealth Rocks. And that's okay. We took 12. We should hopefully still outspeed them, but even if we don't, I don't think Charizard has a way to KO us. So, but they're gonna run, which is fine. This is what we had planned for. See, a Rock Slide comes out, misses anyway. This is our opportunity to get Raichu in. The thing is Raichu going to survive? I don't know. If we lose Raichu here, we lose the game, which is unfortunate. But if we sit there on Garchomp, rock sliding, we're not getting anywhere. So I'm going to run the Gambit. I think we lose. Oh, we do not lose. We do not lose. So I'm pretty sure Zap Cannon KOs Corviknight, but we will see. We'll at least get the paralysis off and the big damage, which will then leave Garchomp to clean up after. So yeah, I think we were really, I guess if they were Brave Birding, it wouldn't have done that much damage, but the fact that they body pressed worried me if they were like impish with, you know, some investment, but they weren't, so just immediately gets KO'd. Charizard comes out, we outspeed, we do big Zap Cannon damage, so this should clean up. Good strat. Worked out well. And yeah, even if this for some reason doesn't KO, we've got Garchomp in the back, but it KOs. Thankfully we swapped Pikachu for Raichu. Certainly a better choice. And then yeah, Blastoise did a bit to take down a Garchomp, but that was what we needed him to do, and Blastoise delivered. So well done. That'll put us in 3-win streak. One more and we're into Ultra Ball rank 1. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd have thought of all the teams we've been playing and testing. Kanto starters were the one to get us to Master Ball. Hilarious. We're on to our next opponent. They are... they are also Mega Raichu or Mega Dragaggle. They've got Azumarill and Incineroar. The question is... does the question matter? I'm pretty sure if we lead Charizard here, we've got everything covered but their Raichu, actually. So, in that case, do we need to lead Garchomp? Or do we do what we did last turn? So I'm definitely leaning towards Blastoise lead. I don't think they lead Raichu. Most people haven't been, and even if they do, we can swap. We've got Garchomp there. And then Charizard takes out the Corviknight, the Dragaggle, the Azumarill, maybe the Incineroar. Yeah, I think that, again, similar strat to last game, where if they lead Raichu, then we swap to Garchomp and we navigate around that. But if they don't, we can set up our Shell Smash. So they lead Incineroar. That is bad for them. So they could definitely Parting Shot here. Do you run Parting Shot in singles? Does it matter? Because if we Shell Smash, we're good to go. Alright, let's give it a go. I am not overly familiar with what Incineroar in singles ladder runs. Obviously it's usually Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, Fake Out, and Parting Shot. But we get our Shell Smash up. What are they going to do? Okay, so it is Parting Shot, so we do slightly less damage than what we would have done. But now we get to see if there's a Raichu on board. But even if there is, I don't think a Raichu can survive our attack. So they do have Raichu. We do outspeed them because we're +2 now, which is not... Oh, it was that one. Yeah, so we're +2 speed. We're only +1 special attack, but if we stab, Water Pulse, Water Cannon, +1, that's still big damage, right? They do Mega Evolve. They do realise we're faster, yeah? If this goes off. We're good. Alright, Water Pulse, +1. Gone. KO'd. See you later. Incineroar can come back in. Or they can just forfeit. Yeah, so Incineroar's coming back in. Water Pulse KOs that. And then whatever else they had in the back couldn't counter the Shell Smash Blastoise. So, yeah, that'll take us to rank 1 on our 4-win streak. Look at that. Oh, and we've got huge indent into Ultra Ball rank 1. But I will leave it there, see how this recording quality has gone, and we will come back tomorrow on our climb to Masterball. So if you're enjoying the journey, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and I appreciate your support. Otherwise, until next time, take care and enjoy. Thank you.